Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have this makeup look for you today. It's a bit sort of Christmas inspired, as I was really inspired by this Makeup Revolution Awesome Metals eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Rose Gold, and it just reminded me of Christmas, so hence this makeup look. So if you have any video requests, then please leave them in the comments down below, as I'm really stuck for ideas at the moment of like what makeup looks to do and what videos you want to see. So obviously I'm going to be vlogging when I go to America, but I'm unsure of what other videos you want to see before I go and when I'm out there and stuff like that. So if you have any video requests, then please leave them in the comments down below, and if you'd like to see how I got this makeup look, then please carry on watching. So I've already primed my eyes and applied a base shadow. To prime my eyes, of course, I used MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot, then to set that in place I applied MUA's matte eyeshadow in the shade Fudge. For a transition shade, I used Makeup Geek's Peach Smoothie eyeshadow and applied that all over my eye just up towards my brow bone with the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease Brush. I know I use Peach Smoothie a lot for a transition shade, but it's honestly my favourite transition shade. You obviously don't have to use this shadow, you could even use a bronzer if you wanted to. I always recommend applying a transition shade, as you just want to be sure to have a shadow that's lighter than the darker shades you'll be using, so they all blend into each other. A transition shade explains itself really, but it's just so the darker shades have something to blend it into so they don't look so harsh. Then to give my eyes some definition, I applied Makeup Geek's Creme Brûlée directly into my crease using a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. Now to deepen my eye, I took two brown eyeshadows from the Morphe 35C palette, as you can see me showing you here. You can use any brown eyeshadows that you own. I started by first applying the lighter brown with a fluffy brush and then applied it with a pencil brush to give it more definition. I applied this directly onto my outer corner, and as you'll be able to see, I'm dotting the shadow first, then blending it out. I'm dotting the shadow in the area that I want more pigmentation and where I want it to be the darkest. I then repeated this process with the darker brown eyeshadow. Please ignore my camera going out of focus. I'm sure it has a mind of its own these days. It just literally goes out of focus at the most random times. I just kept building the shadows up and blending them until I got them to the intensity that I wanted them to be. I then found that I wanted the look to be a little more smokier and daring, so I took a black eyeshadow and applied this where we applied the two brown shadows, again using the same pencil brush. So once again, just dotting the shadow where I want the most pigmentation and then blending. With darker shadows, I recommend applying a small amount first, blending, applying more shadow, blending, and so on and so forth. You get where I'm going with this, right? Just blend, blend, blend. Please ignore all the fallout of the previous eyeshadow, as we'll be cleaning that up in a little bit with a face wipe. For my lid, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Awesome Metals eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold. This product is very tacky, although I do recommend using the mixing solution that it comes with. So I start by applying the shadow onto my finger, then applying the mixing solution on the back of my hand, and then dabbing my finger into the solution, and then I apply it to my eyelid. I wouldn't recommend using a brush with this product, as I find a lot of cream products like this work best with your finger, as the warmth of your finger really helps to blend the product in, and sometimes with a brush I can find it takes away a lot of the pigmentation. I took this shadow quite far up my eye, as I wanted you to be able to see the shadow quite visibly when I had my lashes on, etc. You don't have to take this up far onto your eye if you don't want to, but I find if you want to expand your lid space then it's great, and it just looks so pretty when you close your eyes. To set that cream eyeshadow in place, I first took a couple of the highlight shades from my Morphe Brush's Jaclyn Hill Favourites palette, but then found them to be a little too cool tone with the cream eyeshadow. So instead I took my Makeup Revolution Baked Highlighter in the shade Golden Lights and applied that over my lid. I found this to be the perfect match. I took the brush that came with my Decay Vice Free palette and took the fluffy side of the brush and slightly blended the sparkly shadow up past my crease, which I found looked super pretty. I then applied more of the black eyeshadow to the outer part of my eye to help blend the products together, and as you'll be able to see, some of the rose gold shadow fell into the black, and I just found this look super pretty and gave the look something extra. This does look very messy at the moment, but I do clean up my eyeshadow at the end of every eye look, hence why I like to do my eye makeup first, as I love cleaning all my eye looks up with a face wipe to make them look nice and sharp and neat at the end. I then just kept going in with more of the black eyeshadow to build up the outer part of my eye. This made it look super intense and dramatic. Also, just as a warning, you may get some of the sparkly shadow in your hair like I did. so just be careful as it can tend to get everywhere. Eyeliner is optional with this look, but I just had to go for my usual winged liner as it's my all-time favourite. Here, as you can see, I'm just cleaning up the eyeshadow with a face wipe and making it look a lot more crisp and neat. For the lower lash line, I mixed the 2 brown shadows that we originally used on the outer corner and applied them along my lower lash line to help bring some definition to my lower lashes. To define my lower lash line the tiniest bit more, I took the same black eyeshadow from earlier and just applied this to the outer part of my lower lash line. For a brow bone highlight, I took the matte white eyeshadow from the Morphe 35C palette and applied this with an angled brush. And this is the finished eye look. The lashes I applied are the Primark Sultry lashes. I went ahead and done my face makeup off of camera, but I just thought I'd show you what blusher I used. I will be filming an updated foundation and contour routine, so look out for that if you're interested. The blush I applied is by MAC in the shade Peaches, and I applied that with a Real Techniques stippling brush. For lips, I wanted to keep it nice and nude. The lipstick I applied is MAC's Fleshpot, which is a pinky nude. So that's the end of this video, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you like this makeup look as much as I do. So please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more upcoming videos from me, and I will see you in my next one. So take care, bye!